One of the greatest web novels ever written is getting an anime in just 3 days. And no, in case you're wondering, it's not Shadow Slave. It is Lord of the Mysteries. Lord of the Mysteries anime is set to premiere 28th of June on Crunchyroll, and people are already calling it the next Solo Leveling. And I think that's doing Lord of the Mysteries quite a disservice. Because this is not another Solo Leveling, that's a power fantasy. This is a slow descent into madness where knowledge is more dangerous than monsters. This is quite possibly the realization of the anime of arguably the greatest web novel there is. So if you liked Solo Leveling, this has the potential to be leagues above it. So for those who aren't familiar with this work of art, Lord of the Mysteries is basically the Bloodborne of web novel, how I like to put it. It's a Chinese web novel by Cuttlefish That Loves Diving, blending steampunk, Lovecraftian horror and Chinese fantasy in a Victorian era world with dark eldritch magic and beyonder powers. Just imagine Sherlock Holmes investigating cosmic horrors in gaslit alleys. That's the vibe of the novel. Imagine a world that feels like late 19th century London, reborn with a twist of the occult. On one page, you're sipping tea in a smoky factory town, with gentlemen in three-piece suits, with top hats, monocles, and fancy canes. And on the next, you're witnessing a desperate cultist babbling to an eldritch god, losing his mind. Lord of the Mysteries setting is what happens when steampunk meets Lovecraft. Cobblestone streets lit by gaslights, zeppelins above, secret rituals below, and literally unimaginable outer deities slumbering just beyond sight. And at the center of it all is a man with no script, no plan, and a secret that just might tear him apart. Our protagonist is Klein Moretti, or rather, Klein becomes our protagonist. In his former life, he was Zhao Mingri, a regular guy from 21st century Earth. After a bizarre ritual to boost his luck goes awry, he wakes up with a bullet wound and amnesia in a decrepit study in Tingen City. On the desk is a blood-stained notebook with the chilling sentence, "Everybody will die, including me." That moment plunges Klein and us straight into Lord of the Mysteries' gothic world. Now he's far from home and a victim of apparent suicide. A young history graduate with no memory of how he got there, forced to adopt whatever persona can keep him alive. From the start, Klein is cautious yet resourceful. Like an author thrust onto stage with no script, he masks his panic with calm reasoning, improvising solutions on the fly. This motif of masks and performance defines his journey. In fact, early on, he quite literally puts on a persona. Later, in an attempt to return to Earth, Klein performs the same ritual again. But instead of answers, he's yanked into a mysterious grey fog, an ethereal domain outside of reality, a place of which he is the lord of. There he has a castle and a really long table with chairs in it. There he accidentally summoned two other people across space and time, Audrey Hall and Alger Wilson, and they all sit along a big round table with fog covering their identities. Now Klein, faced with these startled strangers who believe they've contacted some great mystical being, he seizes the chance, swallowing his own confusion, and he dons the persona of a mighty and enigmatic figure called the Fool, pretending that he calls them there on purpose. He fools them through quick reasoning to make them think he is some godlike entity. After all, how could he yank them across space and time into a mysterious grey fog and be a normal man? And so, the Tarot Club is born. And it's one of my favorite parts of the novel. And I'll tell you why. This strange seance isn't just for style. It's one of the smartest narrative tools in the entire genre. And it's because it's through the tarot gatherings that we hear of events in far-flung regions, new secrets, and how Klein and the side characters glimpse at the world. An ingenious way for the author to expand the scope beyond Klein's immediate surroundings while keeping the narrative cohesive. And this leads me to the other part. Although this is brilliant, Lord of the Mysteries' real ingenuity lies in its power system, which brings us to the heart of the story aside from the world building. Here's where Lord of the Mysteries also stands apart. It fuses arcane occultism with almost scientific logic. In this world, people who gain magic abilities are called Beyonders, pretty sick. So, how do you become one? Well, not by cultivating, gathering chi, killing monsters, gaining XP, by drinking mysterious potions and digesting them. Yes, potions. Brews distilled from magical ingredients inscribed on forbidden slates. Each potion corresponds to a pathway, a path to power, basically apotheosis, and that serves essentially an archetype or a class, like the seer, poet, even murderer. Each pathway has levels called sequences, from 9, novice, up to 0, which is godhood. To climb the pathway, a Beyonder must gulp down the next potion in their pathway, but they must have digested their current potion to do so. Otherwise, they carry the risk of losing themselves to outer deities. You see, this is no ordinary power-ups. Every potion carries the mind and power of a past wielder. Drink one unprepared and you risk losing your soul, as I've said. And I still remember the first time that I've read this novel. I click on it, I start reading it, and I see, oh, so a dude transmigrated into a Victorian era world. With top hats, everything is fancy, and he's a man trying to survive with cosmic horrors at stake, vying for him, the constant tension, the constant mystery. It's captivating. I was hungry for something like this, and you will too. It's honestly refreshing. This is a novel that's clearly cut from a different cloth, and it only gets better as time moves on, because in the early chapters it's more of a world-building style of things, which then speeds up, so don't quit in the beginning. By the end of the novel, it actually gets so peak, you almost can't handle it, so we can expect as much from the anime. I just hope they don't fuck it up. So why are people calling it the next Solo Leveling, you might ask? Well, because Solo Leveling is a web novel that got an anime. And since Solo Leveling performed exceptionally well, people are hoping it will be the case for Lord of the Mysteries. But in my opinion, it has tons more of potential. I'm just much more of a fan of Lord of the Mysteries than Solo Leveling. The anime is being produced by BC May Pictures, the same studio behind The King's Avatar, and Tencent is backing it, meaning a real budget, top tier music, and even global dubs on Crunchyroll in 8 languages. They're not treating this like a throwaway adaptation. They know they have struck gold, and this will break the internet. If you've already seen the trailers, you can tell they mean business. People are already calling it the best 2D anime yet. The animations are smooth as butter. With all of this, nothing is stopping Lord of the Mysteries from becoming a global success and getting the credit it deserves, bringing its attention to the masses. But don't forget, we the web novel readers were the first, not the anime. Tons of newbies will start watching Lord of the Mysteries. Tons will saying it's peak, but actually, the web novel is the true peak, not the manhwa, not the anime. So, with that said, is Lord of the Mysteries the next Solo Leveling? No, it's the first of its kind. And if the anime lives up to the source material, it could change everything. This is a series unlike any other in my opinion, in the web novel space. It has its own unique spot. It's superbly well written, probably the best there is, and it's top notch in almost every category. The anime drops June 28, and if even half the magic of the novel makes it to the screen, we're about to witness the birth of a dark fantasy giant. So if you're ready to dive deeper into this world, subscribe, because this is just the beginning. I'll be breaking down the lore, the hidden pathways, and the secrets most readers miss. So until next time guys, prepare your ritual, light the candle, and try not to lose your mind.